Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show presented by Mel Hambelton Ford. Nick, what's happening this morning?
What's up? We are at Century 2.
Kind of still getting things all set up here and everything else too, right?
Yep, still working on getting things set up. They should start auctioning parts here just momentarily. But Kansas Racers Auction and Trade Show out here at Century 2. If you're planning on coming out here today, come check it out. Come check us out. We're out here selling safety equipment, go-kart parts. Have everything's on sale, so having a good time so far.
All right. Hey, it's a call-in show, 316-462-3673 right there on the screen. It's not on the screen. Nick, I better go working on that here for a minute too. Get that back up on the screen.
Better stick that up there.
And there's the phone number to call in, and it's a call-in show. Anything what this show is normally about is anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, anything you don't understand, something in the automobile world, new products, new cars, whatever. Nick, we're going to talk about something new, too, that you got. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But anyway, each and every caller, as you call in the show, you get a great price package. It's the only show I know you get paid to call in on, and you get an oil change, and it's our works package, which is an oil change and tire rotation, topping off all your fluids. And then we're going to give you $10 in Mel's Diner, and Brandon does a great job over in Mel's Diner, providing a good breakfast for us, a lunch, drinks, sandwiches, salads, all kinds of good stuff in there. So you get $10 and spend while you're waiting. You're going to get $10 put in our Ford Pass Rewards account, and we want to talk more about our Racers Rewards package here in just a minute, too. And then you're going to get some BG products, a can of 44K and a can of CF5 for your fuel tanks, and that's 2 tanks of fuel, and it's a preventative maintenance. It's not a cure-all, but it's a preventative maintenance, and the best preventative maintenance you can put in your fuel system today with the fuel systems we have. And then last but not least, you're going to get nitrogen for your tires. We can talk about nitrogen all day long, what that does, too. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Each and every caller gets this great price package. So call in the show. And we're out here at Century 2 Live getting ready to start the auction. And Nick, I thought I was supposed to start at 9. It looks like you're getting ready to get started up there on the stage. So
looks
might hear a little background noise. The auctioneer going on, auction off all these used parts. But again, we got new stuff on our trailer here to sell for if you want to come out and check us out. So it's cost $12 to get in, right, Nick?
Yep, $12 to get in.
And so come out and join us out here and see what's happening there, or just call in the show and see what's happening too. What do we got coming on the chat line here real quick? I got to turn around. We got our table set up here too. So
good morning,
Amanda, good morning. Fred Cross, good morning. Delbert, good morning. And here we go. So anyway, so we'll keep the line on the chat line here too. So Nick, tell everybody what's happening here today. It's kind of been going on for many, many years, right? This Racers auction.
Yeah, it has. It's been going on, probably close to 30 years now. So basically how it works is people can sign used parts that they've got laying around, used racing parts, stuff they may not be using anymore, stuff they want to get rid of, etc. They can sign it to the auction, and they spend all day selling everybody's stuff off, and you get a check at the end. So they've been doing it for a long time. There's some vendors out here also. We're here, MH Ford Racing. We brought safety equipment out here this weekend. We've got gloves, shoes, fire suits, helmets, everything in between, race receivers, transponder kits. We got some really good deals on that stuff here today if you can make it out.
Or jump on mhfordracing.com.
Absolutely.
And you can order stuff online there through our e-commerce site, everything you need there too. So, Nick, as we're rolling into this list, we've talked a lot about it, but we have an exciting time. February 19th, our race open house.
Yes, it is.
And let's tell everybody what's happening here. We got a lot of vendors coming in. It's going to be an exciting time. And who all do we have coming to our open house February the 19th?
Well, I don't have. It's a pretty extensive list. I don't have the list in front of me, so I might leave somebody out. But
I hear you.
We're going to have Aeromotive. We're going to have Hoosier Tire. We're going to have Rod and Supply. We're going to have a bunch of the racetracks from around here. We're going to have Race Star Wheels. We're going to have
Aeromotive. I'm trying to rattle everything off. But there's going to be a lot of vendors.
There's going to be a lot.
You don't want to miss it. Lisa likes to throw a party. We'll have all kinds of giveaways, all kinds of prizes. Jordan Whitehead will be cooking hamburgers, hot dogs from 11 to 1. We still got a special announcement. We can't
talk about it yet. We have a huge announcement coming up here probably in the next few weeks. You're going to want to stay tuned to our Facebook page for that.
I'm hoping next week. We're getting very close on this new announcement. It's pretty cool. And part of that announcement will be also what's happening at the race open house. So don't want to miss it. You want to tune in for that deal. It's going to be a lot of fun and everything else too. So Nick, as we also roll into this, we have introduced Ford Pass Rewards is Ford's loyalty program for 5% of everything you put in our service department goes into an account.
Yep.
But we realized that the racers didn't have that. We couldn't give them the 5% and everything else too. So we decided to set up a racers account. So let's tell everybody about that. And there you got one of the cards in your hand.
I got one right here. So we've started our Mel Hambelton Racing Racers Rewards program. So basically all you got to do is you got to get one of these cards. There's no purchase required to get the card. We have them out here today. You can pick them up in the store. You can call and set it up on the phone. But when you do make a purchase, we'll swipe this card, and you get 5% cash back on everything that you purchase to use at a later date. So you can let it accumulate on your card, and it's good for anything in our dealership, from Mel Hambelton Racing, our parts department, our Quick Lane, and Big Corner Creative. So anything that you purchase, 5% goes back on this card, and it's money in your pocket.
Okay, Nick, let's go through that for a minute. Anything racing.
Yep.
Tires, fuel.
Yep.
Tear-offs,
Yep.
safety equipment, parts, whatever it is.
Whatever it is racing related.
And then let's throw one more thing in. It's also Big Corner Creative.
Yep.
BCC, if you get a wrap down there, you get 5% of that put on the card for later investment. If you get any kind of stickers or anything else for your car, you wrap your helmet, you wrap your car, you wrap whatever, that 5% is going back in that card. And then what we're going to do with that is you can spend that money, not just on racing. If you want to spend it in our Quick Lane, if you want to spend it in the main shop, or you want to buy parts, Ford parts or whatever it might be, you can use those points at any one of the 3 locations from that part. If you want to take that money and put it towards your next wrap at Big Corner Creative, you can do that too. So we made it very easy and everything else to use, but it's in this way of giving you a loyalty program to Mel Hambelton Ford and Mel Hambelton Racing. Love to help you with that. So get your card, get it set up. It's very simple, very easy. The only thing, Nick, I don't like about it, just to be honest with you, is with Ford Pass Rewards, it's not done automatically. You don't want to swipe a card, but we just couldn't do that with a situation. We have to have the card.
Yep, you have to have the card present. We have to swipe it through our machine, and it'll put the points on it. But other than that, it's just like any other rewards card that you get from any other retailer that you might go to. Just leave it in your wallet or whatever, and just remember to get it out. And I'm sure our guys at the counter will remind you to get it out. We're pushing it really hard. So, but 5% cash back on everything racing related that you purchase from Mel Hambelton is pretty cool. Nobody else does that.
Okay, Nick, how close are we to having the bulk fuel station set up? I know we've got everything pretty close. Are we close to having those full and ready to go? No, people don't really need fuel just quite yet, but we're getting close to that. So this 5% is also going towards your fuel purchase. So bring your jugs in or whatever, or if you want to buy it by the pail, you want to buy the 55-gallon, or like I said, bring your own fuel jugs in. We can fill them up through our bulk fuel station there right at the Big Corner, and make your 5% on that too.
Yeah, we're real close to having that done. Really, we're just kind of waiting on product at this point. So they're going to start running product here probably next month, and we'll get that stuff filled up, and we'll have bulk fuel for you right there at the dealership.
Perfect. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Anything you need to talk about in the racing world, the automotive world, we're here to answer your questions and give you that great price package valued over $130. And anything else happen, Delbert? I know you're getting oil change in Oklahoma City. Delbert, that's where you live, but boy, sure would love to have you back in the Big Corner taking care of your stuff too, but I understand that too. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, we can make it happen. And come see us out here at the Racers Auction. And it looks like they're started off, Nick. Have you ever tried to do that?
No, I can't. I did try it one time. I didn't go very fast at all. I can't talk that fast. I don't know how those guys do it, but they do.
I know. Me either. Got to take some tongue action, right? I guess.
Takes a lot of tongue action, I guess.
Okay, so let's. We've kind of talked everything about Mel Ford racing stuff. This show is called. It was started to design to help you. Something you didn't understand your car or diagnose your car, whatever. Josh and I would fix that up. Josh is off with his boys today playing basketball, so he would be here too. But Nick's filling in with Josh. Of course, Nick's on the show quite a bit from that part. But Nick, you got something new. Let's switch gears a little bit to a 2022 F-150.
Yes.
You come out of a
2020 F-150
into a 22. So now, I know we're switching gears, going to new products, but that's what we do because of everything we sell and what we do. But Nick, now you've got firsthand knowledge of these new trucks. So tell everybody how much difference there is from that 20 to 22.
It's a completely different truck.
Yeah.
It's a lot different. It took a little bit of getting used to, just the way, you sit in the truck and just where, all the instrumentation and everything is and how everything works. But, what really blows me away is I drive an XLT truck.
Yeah. That's the most popular truck we sell.
It's the most popular one. I like the XLT. I've never been real big on, having to have leather and all that. So I'll just drive an XLT truck. I'm perfectly happy with that. But the thing that shocks me the most is the technology and the features that Ford has incorporated into the XLT truck for this generation. Like you said, since this is the most popular model of the F-150 is the XLT, you're really getting all of the features and stuff that you probably would have only got in a Platinum or a Limited truck 2 generations ago.
That's true. They've stepped the levels up so much and so hard there. And you are right. The truck you're driving today was like what a Platinum was 3 or 4 years ago with the features that are there.
Absolutely.
The other thing, I haven't drove one for a while because we don't have any inventory to stock. So I've been driving used trucks and everything else like it. But when I was driving the 21 truck, I haven't even drove a 22 yet. The amazing was the ride and the quiet inside that truck, how quiet it is. It blows me away.
It's so quiet. It's so smooth. And it's like, it's almost like driving around, driving down the street in a car, but you're setting up in a truck, and it's awesome. I love it. I've driven it now for about 300 miles, and I just can't get enough of driving it. So.
Okay, we got a caller coming in, and Josh usually runs this board, so I'm probably going to screw it up, Nick. But we'll see if we get Jason on the phone here. I sent him through the deal here, so let's see if we can get Jason on the line here in just a second. We'll see what happens here if I can get this done correctly.
Let's see if we can get
Sometimes I don't do it correctly, everything else like that. I need to do more. I usually run this board here, but Josh runs that board. Me and Josh need to get this thing flipped up a little bit so we can handle some of that stuff. And let's see. Nick Roberts, you need to call in the shows, what you need to do. Okay, here we go. Jason, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead. Jason, you there? Okay. Jason, are you there, buddy?
I'm here now.
There we go. Gotcha. Sorry about that. A little loud in the background there. Jason, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Hey, just quick question. You're always talking about, maintaining your vehicle and stuff. What would you guys recommend for detailing and stuff like that on keeping your vehicle looking nice? What detailing products would you guys highly recommend?
Well, there's a lot out there, Jason, on the marketplace and everything else like that. There's a lot of great products. I mean, everybody's got a personal preference for what you use. We've got a lot of different products depending on what color the car is, what kind of, situation you have, and all that kind of thing from that standpoint. But there is a ton of products out there in the marketplace to use. And I really, to be honest with you, there's probably not very many that aren't very good of detailing. I used to be a big Meguiar's fan. From that part, we use some of that in our store today as we detail some of the different cars and stuff. But we use a bulk product called Zurich is what we use a lot of, and that's where we get a lot of our products to best paint protection and all that good stuff from that standpoint. But there is just a ton of products out there to use. And if I was to do it myself at home, I would probably jump on Meguiar's is what I would jump on and use myself.
Okay, and another question I had real briefly is my truck got door dinged here a week ago, and I took it to the body shop, and they were telling me that it cannot be PDR because of aluminum. And they said that you cannot PDR aluminum. I just wanted to see, is that true?
That's
How
incorrect.
much truth is there to that?
That's incorrect.
Yeah,
we can PDR aluminum. It's a little different. We have Tom Dorsett in our store that does our PDR work for us, and I'm telling you, there's nobody better than Tom doing dents. So you need to bring that thing out there and let Tom take a look at it and see what he can do with it. But I'm telling you, Tom does a fantastic job of taking care of that situation. But aluminum can be taken care of. It just takes a different technique, and it takes a little more work to work that aluminum out versus working out the steel and stuff too. But yes, you can PDR aluminum out of those dents. Okay.
Okay, I appreciate the time, guys. Thank you.
No, Jason, thank you. Come out and see us. We'll get you fixed up, buddy.
Oh, I know you will. I trust you guys.
Jason, thanks for the call, buddy. Have a great weekend, buddy.
You too.
Thanks, man. All right, 316-462-3673. Hey, let's get the phones ringing. Love to take your calls, answer your questions, and see what's going on with your car and everything else too. But love to talk to you. Yeah, Delbert, once the weather gets nice, we'll see you there too. Nick Roberts, let's get on the phone. Let's call us up. Let's talk about what's going on. We got some exciting stuff. And boy, Nick, I wish we could talk about that announcement coming. We just can't do it yet. It's coming. It's going to be great.
It's going to be cool.
It's going to be pretty cool. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Jump on the phone here and let's talk to you. Well, anything in the automobile world. You want to talk about the Racers auction out here at Century 2 today. They're starting off. You can hear it in the background going on. Again, Nick, how they did it. How they do it.
Yeah, I can't talk that fast, but they're going to sell a lot of stuff today. They're going to run through about 100 items an hour, I think. So should get over in a fairly timely fashion. So if you haven't made it out here, you better make it out here now.
Okay, we've got another caller coming on the phone here. And here we go. Let's see if I can.
Don't hang up on him.
John, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is John Boyd. I have a 2011 Chevy Aveo.
Uh-huh.
And What's going on is sometimes the check engine light comes on, and sometimes it goes off. But whenever the check engine light's on, whenever I press on the gas, the car just starts shaking like it needs a tune-up. And when the light's off, then the car's doing just fine. And that's my main issue what I have going on right now.
Yeah, it makes sense. John, is that check engine light on solid or is it flashing when it's on?
It's on solid.
It's on solid, okay. So one thing I want to tell you, what I think is happening is that engine is misfiring, and that's what's turning on that check engine light, okay? So you got one of the cylinders that's not firing correctly, whatever. If that light starts flashing, you need to stop driving the car because you're doing some detrimental damage to some component in the engine, okay? So you've got a big guarantee what you've got a misfire going on, where that's a spark plug, where it's a coil, where it's a wire from that part, or a connection at the coil, something like that standpoint. We can run codes on that and tell what cylinder's misfiring and then diagnose that from there with a trouble tree and stuff. But what I'll tell you, John, what I'd love to do is add a diagnostic on your package where at no charge we'll diagnose that Aveo for you and tell you what's going on and let you know exactly what it's going to take to fix that thing. But we'll diagnose it at no charge just for calling in the show. Add that on top of your package. Yep. But I bet we're going to find a plug or a coil or a wire or something that's misfiring on that car, and is what's causing that situation. But until you get it to us, John, if that thing does start flashing, just pull off the side of the road and let her cool down a little bit, shut it off for a little while, and then start it back up and go again. But if you're driving it flashing on there, what it is basically is unburned fuel is getting into the cylinders, down in the exhaust stream, and you can melt up a catalytic converter pretty quick.
Okay.
So I'm going to add that to your package, John. We'll get the diagnostic package onto that, and let's get that Aveo into our shop. And sooner the better. If you want to call in there today and make an appointment, that'd be great. Let them know you called in on the show, because, again, we're off site today. I'll be back at the dealership here in a few hours. And if you want to call and get an appointment set up, like I said, sooner the better to get going, to get that thing fixed as quick as we can, and we'll diagnose that thing at no charge just for calling in the show, okay?
All right, thank you.
Ron, thanks for the call, buddy. All right, 316-462-3673. Couple great calls there on the phone already.
Yep.
Most of the time when you call in with the diagnostic problem, you know, years ago, Nick, when I was working with my dad in the gas station, I could diagnose stuff over the phone pretty easy. Today, you just can't do it. You got to get them in person and stuff. And
so much technology and so much electronics that it's just hard to tell anymore.
Yeah, I'd love to help you with anything on your car. That's why we throw those diagnostics out there to diagnose it at no charge for you and let you know exactly what's going to take to fix it. And Nick, something that drives me crazy, and I know we buy a lot of parts from parts houses and stuff like that, but they have these code readers, and people run in, they run a code read. They think the description of the code is what's wrong with the car. That's not even close. That's just a description of the code. You still got to have a diagnostic trouble tree to follow down through there and be able to diagnose that car exactly correct, and not just start throwing parts at that thing and see what you're going to get.
We get that a lot. We get that a lot in the parts department. We'll get guys that come into the counter, say they've been to O'Reilly's or AutoZone, and they've plugged the code reader in, and it says it needs this part, and we'll sell them the part, and they'll come back and say, well, it didn't fix our problem. Well, like you said, it just gives a description of the code. It doesn't necessarily tell you what you need to fix. So then they end up getting, bringing it into our service department and getting it scheduled up and getting it fixed right. So,
okay, we got Nick coming in. I'm pretty sure it's Nick Roberts from our store.
Hey.
Nick, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, man, how's everything back in the store?
Hey, what's up?
Been a busy day so far.
That's cool. That's cool. So, hey, we've been talking about this huge announcement we can't wait to make. And I want to tell everybody bad, but I can't yet. We just got to wait. We're about somewhere in a week or so, we'll be able to do this and have this great announcement. But, we're also talking about our parts open house February 19th. And me and Nick kind of hit a wall here for a minute. We couldn't remember everybody that's coming. And I think you know about everybody that's coming. So can you tell the listeners who's all coming to our race open house as far as vendor-wise so people can get ready and prepared for their questions and all the good stuff?
So Renegade will be here. They will be doing fuel seminars, talking about the different fuels and advantages that they have between the fuels. I believe along with the Fuel Stuff VP will also be here. Then we've got Aeromotive, which they usually always come and set up and show the newest products.
And what's so our listeners know, Nick, what's Aeromotive? What do they sell? What do they do?
High performance fuel pumps, regulators, everything in the fueling industry of racing. So not only for everything from mild to wild,
everything in between.
So are they mainly drag racing then? Is that kind of what their hot point is?
Drag racing, hot rodding. I mean, they do have some fuel pumps and stuff, regulators that some of the dirt track guys seem to use too. But for the most part, yeah, that'd be drag racing and hot rodding.
Okay. Who else we got coming?
Rod and Supply.
Okay, that's cool. We use a lot of those. Everybody uses those.
Yep,
Some drag to dirt
everybody
everywhere.
uses rod-ins.
Yep. Maxima Oil.
Will Maxima just be on display? Will they be showing anything and doing any of this?
They'll be showing some new products and stuff.
New products and stuff too. Nick, what is Maxima used in the drag world?
Yeah, it's gaining popularity with the guys running methanol. They've got a fuel now that a lot of guys are saying that the oil will mix with the methanol extremely well. That way the methanol's not sitting at the bottom of the tank and not being picked up by the oil pump and pushed through the motor. So a lot of guys are really starting to switch to that, it seems like.
Makes sense.
They make a really good zero weight oil that a lot of the pro stock and the top sportsman guys and stuff use also.
Very cool. Okay, who else we got coming?
Of course, Big Corner Creative will be there setting up, showing up their wraps and different things that Big Corner has to offer. Race and Dirt. But I believe not only Kansas International Dragway, but MAD. Like last year, they showed up and set up and talked about their events and things going on. Stroud, we're working with Stroud. Hopefully they come up with a bunch of the safety products that they have came out with, some new SFI 20 and 15 boots and some things that went really, really popular at PRI. So hopefully we can get our hands on them. BG should be there showing off a lot of their awesome fuel treatment stuff and everything in the wonder of the world that they do.
Cool. Yep.
And then Race Star is trying to come up with some new wheels and stuff that they have in the drag racing world for Top Fuel.
Oh, really? So that'd be cool to have that.
Yep.
Maybe they'll have some of them on display or whatever too. See who else?
And then we'll have a lot of really cool cars too.
Oh, there will be some cool cars there too. Yeah, there will be some great cars and stuff. I got a lot of people calling me about bringing their cars and stuff in and stuff too. So who knows I hope we have some great weather where we can have a few cars sitting out front and everything else too. But the last couple of years have been pretty dang cold.
Yeah, it's been cold, but I think we were looking on the Farmer's Almanac the other day.
Oh, really? You gonna believe that stuff?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, let's hope so, because it says it's going to be warm.
Well, that's what we need. That way we can have some cars in front of the store, put some on the service drive, and then we're going to have Paul Sutton's going to be there with his remote control race car, little circle track, little round stuff. We'll have him set up. We'd love to have him set up right outside the showroom, but if it's too cold, we'll have to put him on the service drive probably.
Yep.
So a lot of exciting stuff. Jordan's going to be there to cook from 11 to 1, hamburgers and hot dogs. That'll be good. What else are we missing? Anything else for people to?
Lots of sales, lots of deals. Everything will be on sale.
Well, once we can talk about that surprise, we could probably talk about that surprise would also be there to be on display.
Yeah, I know, Nick. I tell you, I can't wait to talk to everybody about that and see what we got going there. Because it's a huge announcement. God, I keep almost ready to spit it out. When we were down at the Chili Bowl last week, and I almost spilled it out too, but I didn't. I saved myself. Josh cut me off real quick last week. But yeah, it's excited for that. It's just great. I'm excited for 2022. I think it's going to be great for racing. It's going to be good. Even though we're still hurting for a lot of tire inventory, but I think we're still going to have plenty of tires to take care of everybody. Kind of know what's happening with Hoosier on the tires. How's the drag? Let's start with drag. How's the drag side looking from Hoosier?
It's looking a lot better. We've been able to get a sufficient amount of drag race inventory in. We've been able to get kind of what we've been ordering. The popular sizes are back in stock and ready to ship. So, Nick, do you have anything to add to that, or?
No, that's definitely the big thing. I know we were able to get quite a few in. We've helped a lot of our customers that have been trying to get to a lot of these tires since fall of last year or longer, depending on how they bought their tires throughout the year. But yeah, it was definitely a needed necessity here for a while, because a lot of the drag racing stuff, a lot of the guys from here, they travel and it doesn't ever stop. So the need of tires didn't stop.
So where's on the drag side? Is it the small tire where we're lacking? Is it the big tire we're lacking, or where's the supply standpoint there?
There was pretty much a mix of it all, but for our being we're in Midwest, and small tire racing is kind of really predominant. At least what we deal with, the small tire stuff was extremely hard to come by, and every time we could get a few sets in, I mean, we needed dozens more to back the supply.
Yeah, we just got to get everybody to, instead of trying to buy a 2-month supply, buy a weekend supply. It's kind of what we got to do to kind of, I don't want to say ration, but kind of spread this out a little bit and just get what you need to get through the weekend. We'll keep getting weekly orders from Hoosier to keep things up and moving from that standpoint. Nick, let's switch to the dirt side. What's happened on the dirt side? Where are we at? I know we got some G60s in, but not a ton, but a few.
Yeah, we got a limited amount of the IMCA stuff in. We've kind of been sending, limited amounts to some of our dealers that, got guys in their areas that are racing. And we have a little winter series that's going out in Colorado. So kind of be able to get a few tires out there. But, to your point, Phil, we've got to make these guys buy, what they need to race this weekend or next weekend instead of,
2 months in advance.
Months in advance, because if they do that, when they run out of that 2 months worth of tires and they come back to buy more, there's just not going to be any there. And but I think if we do that, I think if everybody just buys what they need to get through, what they're racing this weekend, come August, September, October, I think we'll have sufficient supply to finish out the race season, and that's what's important.
All right, Nick, let's roll to the drag side again, and let's go to it. As much as everybody's got their preference from, it's kind of like the Ford Chevy kind of thing, but on the Mickey Thompson side, are we be able to get the Mickey Thompsons that the guys want, or are they still kind of hard to get a hold of, or what's kind of happening there? Or what are we? Where do we got everybody switch to the Hoosier? Laugh out loud. Yeah.
Well, but yeah, right now it's been worse getting Mickey Thompson than anything. Most of the popular Mickey Thompson stuff, I mean, really hasn't been available for almost over a year.
Okay.
We haven't been able to get any of the popular radial stuff, any of the small tire or the Big Bubba. Every time we've tried to place an order with them, they just say they don't have any stock. So Mickey's really been hurting, but then that's helped us, and helped a lot of people, be able to get on the Hoosier train and realize, that the tire works for them, and a lot of them have a lot more success with it. And so it's been a good and a bad, I guess.
Yeah, good and bad. And I get people, have their preference on which tire they want to have, and that's why we sell both. So I do love the part that we can help them better with the Hoosier, naturally, because we're the Hoosier distributor and everything else too. But now, Nick, let's roll over to the dirt side with American Racer. On the dirt track side tires. I mean, I think we got a few of those, but I think we're going to be in a kind of the same kind of boat. It's going to be pretty going to have to ration those out also. Yeah,
we're going to be in the same boat as we are with the IMCA tires with those. I mean, we've got some, in stock. We've got some more coming, but, their situation is kind of unique because they dealt with a plant fire right when the COVID stuff was all starting to affect everything. So they had to move all their molds and all that, but they're getting production ramped back up, I think, and getting some tires out there on the ground, but we're going to have to do the same thing.
Okay. Any other updates? Anything we give him? We're excited for the announcement coming hopefully next week. We'll see how that works out. February 19th, the race open house is going to be fun and exciting, and then it's game on. It's racing. But guys, what else have we? Nick, we talked about the 5% reward card already on here, but so is it back in the store? People coming in to get that card, it's very easy to get set up, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Once you make your purchase, we swipe the card, they hold on to the card, and then they just keep adding dollars on every dollar they spend.
Yeah, so just another way to get back to your racers on the loyalty of Mel Hambelton Ford and Mel Hambelton Racing and Big Corner Creative and all your stuff and everything, too. Hey, Nick, what about Devil's Glue? Can we give 5% back on that, too?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I had to throw that in there. Anything new with Devil's Glue this year? Anything exciting for 2022 for your Devil's Glue or anything?
Just growing almost uncontrollably, it seems like. So we've had a lot of tracks now signing up. So we're not only doing it for the no prep racers, but also the track service. So tracks are able to buy it by the drum. It's able to save them money in the long run because they can use less product and have a superior product. so it works for that. But we've just keep growing.
Hey, let's roll to another market, guys. We've got into the go-kart side a little bit. Went to a few races and that kind of thing too. So how's the go-kart situation? I mean, I love that side of the coin because of helping the young racers get into our sport.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to Matt West just a little bit ago. We got a few more go-kart races coming up. So let's touch base on that just a little bit.
Yeah, we've been going to some of the winter events down in Oklahoma, that the indoor events they've had. We've had a lot of success with them. We were starting to build a pretty extensive inventory of go-kart parts and accessories. mhfordracing.com. We've got everything on there, so check it out. But yeah, we've been going to these races, and these people have been so happy that we're there supporting them. You know, they haven't had anything like that before. We've been taking a van down there full of parts and tires and fuel, and it's been a lot of fun. And you're right. You know, we build customers for life by supporting those guys when they're kids and when they're young and they're racing with their parents, and that's how we do it.
Hey, let's go. The Devil's Glue on the RC side. In there, I'm losing track of my mind, everything there, Nick. But what aren't they using Devil's Glue in some of the RC racing?
Yeah, so we make a different compound for the RC cars. But the RC drag racing stuff, especially in Wichita, even has exploded. Now it seems like every weekend, indoor or outdoor, somebody has a track set up, and they race. And my son kind of is dabbling in it lately. And I tell you, going to these things, it's just like when we go to race our real car. I mean, these guys have their own little pits set up, and they cool them off with fans, and they're heating the tires up, and they're charging the batteries. And it takes a lot of work to make one little pass in these cars, but it's getting big, and we make a compound for them now, and we're shipping that all over, and it's working out pretty well. And I think we're going to see a lot more of it in Wichita for that stuff coming out. Maybe we can do some cool stuff here at the store with it too.
Okay, now I'm going to call you both on the carpet here for a minute. I might be jumping the gun here just a little bit, but I was running in and out of the office yesterday, and you guys came in to talk about another new adventure. Can we talk about that yet?
Everything should be finalized. We should make our first order on Monday. So
okay, so let's talk everybody about that, 'cause that's really kind of I didn't know if we were ready to go there, but that's where I was kind of leading into this situation, kind of where we're at. So I guess let's let her go. We'll have to have another announcement on Monday about it. We might as well talk about it now. So what's happening there?
Out, Nick.
Ready to go.
So Monday morning we're going to make our first order. We will be a Traxxas RC dealer at Mel Hambelton Ford Racing. So we'll be able to have all the fun Traxxas RC stuff along with the Traxxas drag stuff. And I guess they even have they're building dirt track cars now, or coming out with them to do the oval stuff. So that would be pretty neat.
Well, that is pretty cool. Back when Jake was younger, and he still got his RC car that he won almost over 380 features with, because I was into that pretty hard in the Traxxas and I loved the oval stuff. Jake loved the off-road stuff and everything else too. But then he got into the oval and everything else like that too. So it's going to bring back some big memories, because that Traxxas is what we ran. The RC, I believe it was an RC10, if I remember correctly, on the chassis and everything that we run. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Whether you run the electric, whether you run the gas, and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's going to be fun to put that in Mel Hambelton Racing. It's going to be cool. It's going to be exciting. But so we make our first order Monday. How soon are we going to see our stuff?
They said that we should be able to have it by the end of that week, end of next week. So It should all come out of a local warehouse, and we should be ready to go with it. So hopefully have it all set up and on display, and
that's cool.
Let's show off all the new stuff.
Why I asked how soon he's going to get it with this supply chain when we're fighting with everything else. I just didn't know if Traxxas is going to be that same way. So if we can order it Monday and have it at the end of the week, that's going to be huge, exciting. We'll have to do some videos and stuff and everything else for that part too. So you RC racers, spread that word. We're going to be your Traxxas dealer. Yep. And it's Mel Hambelton Ford. We just don't step our toe into something. We're going to go out of full bore. We'll have your parts. We'll have your fuel. We'll have your batteries. We'll have everything it takes to get you to be on the racetrack and get to going. And I know what's going to happen. Jake's going to come in and want to buy another one. That's what he's going to want to do. I can feel it already.
He's already came in and talked to me. Yeah, he's already came and talked to me. He's like, I want one of this one, one of this one. Oh, they make a Bronco. I want the Bronco. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know it's coming.
I hate to tell you, but our initial stocking order is probably mostly going to be consumed by employees. But
yeah,
but we're going to make a pretty big stocking order. But I'm excited for it. I was already on there yesterday picking out the one that I want to get and everything. But there's a nice little plot of land right there west of the bullpen. Would make a really good RC track, let me tell you. But
we talked about that too, and then there's a lot of plans with that land to the west of the dealership that Lisa and I have been talking about what to do with that. And after we built the warehouse and everything else too, there is a ton of dirt back there that we can move up to the front of there and have a wild and crazy thing, from an RC track to a Bronco off-road track. I mean, there's all kinds of neat things we can do in that front area. There's plenty of room, plenty of all stuff out there too. So excited for that Traxxas order, excited to become a Traxxas dealer, excited to help that young generation. But it's not just young people racing those RC cars. I remember when me and Jake were in those, it was all ages in there racing.
Oh yeah.
One of our good friends we met in RC racing is Doug Gott out of Dodge City, and he buys these trucks, and we got an Edge on order for his wife right now. And he is big time in it. I mean, he goes to the races and he runs 3 cars, and he's always on the podium. So he'll be excited. I'm pretty sure he runs Traxxas too. So we'll have to talk to Doug and get him excited about that too, and try to make him. Who knows? That might be our first sponsor for Traxxas coming out there. But I'm telling you, Doug was racing when Jake was racing back then, and that's how we met Doug. But every weekend I see him somewhere. He's traveling, and he's always on the podium with all 3 cars.
That's awesome.
So he's into it pretty deep, kind of like we are into the dirt stuff, I guess too. So So that's exciting. Glad to announce that too. We're just going to keep growing Mel Hambelton Racing as big as we can, and have more fun with it. So what else, guys, am I missing for 2022 that's coming other than can't tell you how bad I want to say it.
Trackside support. We've got I spent some time putting our trackside support schedule together for 2022. Man, it's going to be busy. We've got events all over the place. We've got Hoosier events. We've got drag race events. We'll be at Salina Speedway on Friday nights, weekly, servicing the races out there. We'll be at Enid, Oklahoma for their full schedule. We've got 5 or 6 NHRA events on there, Nick. Just all kinds of stuff. Hopefully we get some schedules out for the drag strips here shortly, so we can kind of plan what we're going to go out to. Pretty excited about getting back to the drag strip as well.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to see what Kansas International and the new owners can do with it. Hopefully everybody steps up and supports it and helps it grow even more.
Yeah, and I think they will. I think our racing community here in Wichita is very strong, especially in the drag side too. And I think everybody will support it for the most part, and I think it'd be successful.
Yeah, I do too. I think Goose and Kevin are going to take this on. They're a little bit behind the 8 ball, but I get it because of getting everything situated and all situated, ready to go. But Mel Hambelton Ford is going to support them, and we're going to be there behind them and everything where we can. From that standpoint, we love our drag racing. This town needs a good drag strip, and I think those 2 guys will put it together and have a lot of fun with it. They'll put some great events together. Nick, we don't have any finalized dates yet, but we're pretty close to going back to having our racing with the police again, correct?
Yep. So I'm hoping next week we're going to get a for sure date, but looking like it's going to be early June. We'll do the Beat the Heat race again. That we're going to do the horsepower on the plains in late June. We always step up and do a Halloween race, so that will be around Halloween. And then we've got a few other ones that I'd like to do some cool stuff with the racing community there. Hopefully a few of them. So we'll hopefully have a lot of cool events coming up.
Yeah, well, we'll pack the house again with that racing with the police, and we put that event together in 4 days, I think. And we packed the house. We packed the house out there at Kansas International Dragway. So I think now that we got plenty of time to get behind it, Nick, the next thing we got to go do is we got to go get the surrounding towns from Andover and Derby and Mulvane and Valley Center and Colwich and the surrounding cities. My hometown of Halstead and Sedgwick, and get those police departments to come out there too and have that out there. I think it'll be a huge success and everything else like that too. And then we'll have maybe more than just 3 or 4 races. We can have a whole night of just racing the cops.
Yeah, exactly. We get the police departments to race against each other.
Then I don't know. Yeah. There you go. It'll turn into a lot of fun and everything else too. So excited for the new situation out at Kansas International Dragway, and excited to help those guys support that and get Goose and Kevin going on that deal and make them have a lot of fun out there on the drag strip and everything else too. So might have to get the old GT500 out again this year and go see what it can go.
Oh man,
if Hoosier can get me a set of slicks for it's what I need.
We can do that.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the show, the YouTube Mustang, in a while. Unfortunately, because the weather kind of went the way it did, and we had tuning issues. But I'm hoping that thing gets out. We can do some new YouTube videos.
Yes,
yeah, we need to. We got to see what that thing's going to run. Nick, where are we at with that car? Are we tuned and ready, or are we still got to do some tuning, or where we kind of got going there?
I've got another finalized flash I need to do in it and take it out. But with the salt that's been on the road and everything, I didn't want it to leave its hibernation right now.
Yeah, I don't either. I want to keep it away for the winter, and we'll do it the right way and stuff. So as soon as we first get some warm weather to get it out there and get the tuning, get the videos going again, and help that and get our good partners with Steeda, Aeromotive, Weld, Big Corner Creative on the wrap. Who else am I missing?
Hoosier.
Who else am I missing? Or somebody else I'm missing?
Fuel injector development.
They've been huge.
Yeah. And again, I can't wait to drive it myself. Just to drive the thing. Just to drive it. So we got a few more decals and stuff to get on it. To get that finalized. Now that we've just updated our Mel Hambelton Racing logo. Just got that approved on Friday. Lisa got that all done and stuff too. So that's going to be fun there to put some more logos and stuff on the car and everything else too. So excited to make that thing zing for a change.
Yep, excited to get it back out for sure.
Okay, what else, gentlemen? We missing out here? Anything we need to talk about, cover, update everybody on? Anything?
I think we're setting pretty good.
I think we're set.
All right, everybody, don't forget, February 19th, our race open house. You don't want to miss it. You want to be there. There's going to be some exciting stuff there, but a big announcement coming. It will be part of the race open house to see that too. Jordan will be cooking 11 to 1, hamburgers and hot dogs. Lisa will have all kinds of prizes and giveaway. Nick will have all kinds of specials throughout the whole race store for you. Get registered up for the 5% on the race cards. Why would you go anywhere else and buy your race parts?
Why would you? There's no reason to.
Jump on the web, check it out there, buy it through there, come in the store in person. We'll deliver it to you, whatever works. Free shipping anywhere you want it shipped to, so no problem there too. So love to help you. Anything in your racing needs. And with our big warehouse, guys, how's our inventory levels of everything else other than the tires? Are we doing pretty good? Are we still thin somewhere?
We are in great shape right now on inventory.
Yep.
We've got a lot of inventory. We've got a lot of different variety of stuff. We've really grown our inventory and refined it a lot this winter, and we're really excited to get into 2022.
Yep, exciting too. So, hey, real quick, we need to go through it. We don't give our sponsors enough love on this show like we used to, but we need to keep doing that. But BG Products, they're a great partner to dealership, whether it's racing, whether it's a store, help us with different things to maintain your car and stuff. I started using their products back in 1985 when I was cleaning fuel injectors, and they've come up with every kind of products there you can help your car, but they're just a great partner and everything else for that part. If you need something from BG Products for that part. And then Big Corner Creative. And Nick, you've used Big Corner Creative.
Yes.
And I know it's our sister company and everything else like that, but Jesse's got a good crew of people down there. And got some funny guys over here.
We got some real funny guys over here.
Anyway, Big Corner Creative for all your advertising needs. Hey, if you need a web page design or you need a race car wrap, or you need your vehicle wrap, you need your business vehicle wrap, you need your windows wrap, anything at all to take care of your business to advertise, Jesse's got a great crew of people down there to help you. We started Big Corner Creative as a situation to help Mel Hambelton Ford advertise and do that. Jesse's come on board and taken that and grown that into a huge business. We're now located down just off of Mays and Kellogg. And Jesse's got a great crew down there to help you whatever you might need. Like I said, a web page design, race car wrap, vehicle wrap, window wrap, helmet wraps, whatever it is. They're here to help you guys advertise your business and, Google advertising, traditional advertising, radio, TV, whatever it might be. They're here to answer your questions and help you with that. Big Corner Creative, and those guys say just Google us.
Just Google them.
And then go to rent right inside their Mel Hambelton Ford stand's got a decent fleet of vehicles. With this inventory situation, we usually have about 150. He's down to about 50 cars over there. So if you're needing a rental car, a 12 or 15 passenger van, just kind of schedule ahead of time so he's ready for you and stuff. It is pretty thin over there right now just because we can't get any more new cars, and Ford has cut me off of ordering any fleet vehicles for the rental side because they're trying to put everything into the retail side. So I can only keep the cars in so long, and they got to come out. Like I said, I'm usually up to 150. We're down to less than 50 cars over the rental side. So if you're needing something, make sure you get a hold of Stan early enough in advance and get your reservation set in there for whatever it might be needing them vehicles for that part. So, Nick, anything else you can talk about? Anything else before we switch gears and go to another direction? God dang, this hour's almost flown by already, too.
I know it.
Nick Roberts, anything?
But I think we've covered it pretty well.
The only thing else I can think of is the Traxxas thing. We got to do. Can we maybe Monday do a video and kind of tell everybody what we've ordered, what's coming, and that sort of thing, maybe, so they kind of know what. Because I mean, this is going to do a rundown here. I know we ordered cars, but did we order enough, like tires and wheels and batteries and chargers and motors and all that kind of stuff?
So Monday, our rep will call us, and we're going to talk to our rep, and he's going to go through a lot of the things and accessories that we would need with the cars that we'll order. So we haven't ordered anything yet because he's going to set up and call us on Monday, and we'll go through all the popular stuff. And then if we, what cars we order, what parts we need to carry with it, and what batteries we need to carry with it. So he'll be able to lay out exactly what we need, so we have everything that we need for no matter what the situation or racing style is.
All right, that's cool. Another exciting thing to grow and help every kind of different type of racing in Mel Hambelton Racing in our showroom there whatsoever. So excited to see those things come in and see another generation of people come into our store and help them with their racing needs. And I don't know, might have to get one myself. I don't know.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, yeah.
Might have to. So,
You will.
All right, Nick Roberts, hey, thanks for calling the show. I know you got to take care of people back there in the dealership. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit, taking us updated. And can't wait for this big announcement we got coming up here. And God, I hope we can do it next week, but we'll see what happens too, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Thanks.
Nick, go take care of the custom store. I'll be back here in a little bit if we get done with the show, and we need some more callers, 316-462-3673. Let's get the phones ringing and see who can answer more questions, whatever it might be. We'd love to answer your calls and give away a great price package and stuff, too. So a lot of exciting stuff going on at Mel Hambelton Ford Racing, isn't it?
Man, every day there's a new exciting thing going on. I love it.
Exactly. So you hear the auctioneer in the background going on, got some stuff going on. Can't tell how much they're selling or whatever's going there, but so
selling all kinds of parts and accessories through the auction.
Yep. So anyway, fun and exciting times out here at Century 2. Come out and check us out here or jump in the store and help us there too. Okay, Nick, what else can we talk about today? We talked about new products. We talked about your new truck. Got a few more Broncos rolling in.
Yeah, let's talk about new car inventory. How is new car inventory looking?
Well, yesterday we had 7 vehicles come off the truck. They're gone.
They're gone.
Gone. Normally we have 800 to 900 new sitting on the ground, and we're setting with I float between 15 and 30. That's all I set with on the ground now. As these Kings are coming in, we're ordering more cars. I'm ordering anywhere from 5 to 6 to 7 things a day, different orders and stuff like that. We've got over 350 cars in the order bank right now.
Wow.
So it's kind of crazy there too. Just that supply chain. I think everybody's starting to realize it's just going to take a little time to get what you want. So come in with us. Let's sit down with you, help you order what you need. And wished I had all the stock and everything, because I know we could sell you some more stuff quicker and faster, but it's just the way of the game. But I will tell you, Nick, I can't believe I've almost been 40 years in this car business. 40 years. I don't know how old I am here. But anyway, it's the wildest I've ever seen. The used cars are crazy, worth a lot of money. So your car's worth no more than it's ever been worth today. But then the new cars problem is, you can sell your used car, but if you don't sell it, you got to have something to replace it.
Got to have something to replace it with, yeah.
Kind of in the trick bag there too. I talked to a couple guys yesterday, ordered new Super Duties, and they want me to give them a number on the truck. I can't do it until I know that about when that truck's going to be here. Then I'll know what the market's doing, that kind of thing. But the Super Duties, we haven't had a stock Super Duty in over a year.
I know, it's incredible.
They're all sold and everything else coming in, or they're ordered units that are done from that part. Just a crazy market time right now too.
So if I was a Super Duty customer and I came into Mel Hambelton Ford and sat down with Phil and ordered me a new Platinum Super Duty, what kind of time frame would you tell me I'd be looking at to get that truck?
Somewhere between 14, 18 weeks right now. Kind of give or take right in there. Now, if we went back and got a Super Duty XL gas motor, no thrills, anything on it, I could probably get that thing in about 10 weeks. Because it goes back into it. This is a chip situation from that part. When you get to the Platinum trucks, they've got the adaptive steering, the adaptive cruise control, all these different things on it. Take the computer chips. And for those of you who haven't listened to my show very time, Nick, I don't know if you know this number. Maybe you do. I can't remember. But the average F-150, how many chips is in that? Your average cell phone, like an iPhone, has 13 chips in it. The average F-150, how many chips does it have? The number?
1,400 or something,
1,750 chips in an F-150. Okay? So when you take the lesser trucks with not all the option stuff, and I can get them a little quicker and faster. But it's just a chip situation. It's trying to build the products and build the computer chips and everything else that goes into that. And I didn't realize it's like a 5-year time span to build a chip plant.
That's crazy. And they're supposed to be building a new one, but like you said, it's 5 years. And
yeah, exactly. So anyway, just a few more minutes here on the show. 316-462-3673. Love to take your calls, answer your question, give you a great price package valued over $130 for each and every caller. Love to answer your questions. Anything you want to talk about in the automobile world. MH Ford Racing, any new products we talked about, whatever, any new notes coming up down there, anything at all, Nick?
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Vincent.
Okay.
Mike Sheridan, where do you find an RC race event?
Well, I don't know. I used to know those things a long time ago, Mike, but I don't know right now. We have to do. Now that we're going to be that tractor dealer, we're going to figure that out.
Well, we may have, speaking of only having, 15 to 30 new cars instead of 900 sitting on the ground, we have a real nice piece of asphalt out there. So we may have to have some RC races between now and the time that the car business gets back to
Didn't think about that one, Nick, but that's probably true.
So, so maybe Mel Hambelton Ford, but I know they do some drag race RC at the at the Golf Warehouse parking lot up at North Greenwich Road. I know they do some events up there like that, but there'll be some.
There'll be some for sure. So anyway, Nick, let's we're kind of wrapping up here. It's about 10 till. We're out here at Century 2 at the Kansas Racers Auction. They're auctioning off old used parts. These racers brought out here, people out here trying to buy their stuff up and everything else too. Decent amount of crowd out here this morning.
Amount so far.
And so anything else we can talk about real quick? If not, let's wrap this thing up. But anything else to top off the show or anything else, Nick?
Yeah, just if you make it out here to Century 2 today, be sure to stop by the MH Ford Racing trailer. As you can see in the background, we've got all kinds of ZAMP helmets, and we've got gloves and shoes and fire suits and everything else like that on sale. This is going to be the day to buy it. If you need to buy it, come out here and check us out.
Or check us out at mhfordracing.com. And can't be excited to get this last announcement in, but also to get Traxxas in there, get the fuel station going. There's just so many things going on at MH Ford Racing. Excited for 2022 and what we can do, help you and everything else too. And I guess they're leaving, saying bye-bye. So anyway, good crowd out here so far. And hey, let's go to the phones. Got a call here real quick.
Send them on.
We got Steve coming up here real quick, so let's get him on here real fast. And 316-462-3673. Might want to jump in just a few more minutes, maybe see how long Steve's calls takes and help answer that question too. Let's see what Steve's got coming up here. The girls at the store are punching him through. We'll get him on the line here and see what his question he might have. Steve, you're live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Hi there.
Hey, my daughter has a 2016 Ford Fusion, and the half of the dash lights are out. Like right in the, like if you were looking at the dash right in the center, everything on the left half is out.
Is it out just at night, or is it out the whole time, or even the daytime?
Out the whole time.
So it's all the, yeah, okay. I was trying to decide if it was the dash lights that lit up when you turn the headlights on or what you had there. So something in the back side of that circuit board has broke or melted or did something. Some of them circuit boards, we've got a couple great techs in there that can actually repair those circuit boards from that part. Yeah, so that might be what we need to look at. But then again, it might turn into be we actually have to replace that instrument cluster. Not sure, but Steve, what I'd love to do is put a diagnostic on your package. We'll look at that Fusion at no charge and tell you what it's going to take, and hopefully we can get in behind her, take that dash panel out, and actually solder it or repair it and put that circuit board back together. But I bet something happened to that circuit board on the side inside of that dash there. So I'll get a diagnostic onto your package too, Steve, and let's get that Fusion in there and let's take a look at it. And one of my guys can look at that and see if it can be repaired or what we need to do. Okay.
All right. I sure appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No, thanks for the call, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Anyway, Nick, that's kind of a neat, kind of a trick deal there a little bit to do that, but fixing those dashes,
it takes a lot of patience and a lot of hand coordination to do that.
All right, we got Dan coming through. The girls getting him patched up here, and see what Dan's got to say this morning from that part. And we'll get Dan punched in here real quick, see what Dan's question or comment. Who knows? Dan always has some good questions and stuff too. So,
all right,
see how Dan's doing and everything else too. So, hear the auction going on in the background here at Century 2. And
no Dan yet.
No Dan yet, but he's coming. That's what they said, and that's it. There it goes again, Nick.
Yep, I hear it.
Can you do that real quick?
No. What?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, not sure where Dan's at here. We're holding on just a few seconds to get down on the line here, see what Dan's question or comment or what he might be on his mind this morning from that part. And not sure what's happening, but we'll get here. Let's do this. Okay, Nick, let's recap real quick because we're coming up the end of the show. Let's go back through February 19th. Let's talk about that first.
February 19th, MH Ford Racing annual open house, preseason sale. Don't miss it. Everything will be on sale. Lots of vendors, lots of fun stuff to look at. Don't forget to pick up your MH Ford Racing rewards card. 5% cash back, everything racing related that you buy. You can redeem it in store at our parts counter for racing parts. For Ford parts, you can redeem it at our Quick Lane, and you can redeem it at Big Corner Creative. What else are we forgetting?
Okay, sure you talked about the 5%.
5% cash back.
February 19th, the race open house. Don't miss it. Come out and see. You're going to have lots of hot rods to look at, lots of vendors to talk to, lunch 11 to 1, all kinds of prizes. Lisa will have all kinds of cookies and snacks and things going around there, too. It's going to be a fun time day. I don't know, maybe we lost Dan for sure. I'm not sure. But
I lost Dan.
You talked about the 5%. We got a big announcement coming, hopefully next week. We got Monday morning, we make the first order for Traxxas. We're going to be your Traxxas dealer for your RC cars. That's going to be fun to have that, too.
Yep.
And bring another element of people in to help them with their racing needs and all that kind of stuff, too. We must have lost Dan, I think, probably. So, anyway, Nick, let's wrap this thing up. It's been a fun time. Come out to the Racers Auction here at Century 2. We're out here selling parts. We've got our safety gear here out for you, whatever you might need there. But, again, anything else you might need for your race cars, we're here to help you. Get signed up for the 5% on our Owner's Advantage, our Racers of Rewards, not Owner's Advantage card. Get that set up for you and save all your money all year long as you buy your race parts and bank that up and save it at another time. So, Nick, thanks for hanging out with me.
Thanks for having me.
While Josh is out playing, having fun with his boys playing basketball. Everybody, have a great weekend. Stay warm. It's getting warmer out there, it looks like to me. And everybody have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next Saturday.